and welcome to today's episode. I'm going to be your host, the Irrelevant Nerd. Today, I'm going to be reviewing Darth Bane, Dynasty of Evil. This is another Star Wars novel and the third book in the Darth Bane trilogy. Once again, written by Drew Karpyshyn and came out in 2009. And even though I was vaguely aware of the story and how it turns out, I had actually not read this one before, so that was pretty cool. I'm not really sure how I missed this book back in the day after reading the first two, but anyways, like the first two, this is obviously considered legends, and the story takes place about 10 years after the Rule of Two novel, and Bane's body is starting to... and actually, before I get too deep into the story, this is going to be spoiler-free, just like the others, just in case you do want to read them. Like this... my kind of general description really is just the basic setup, so no worries about spoilers here. But anyways, Bane's body is starting to break down due to his extensive use of the dark side. It's just a lot for a physical body to handle, and then just due to his age, and he's worried because his apprentice, Darth Zana, has yet to challenge him for mantle of the Dark Lord of the Sith, so that makes him worry about the legacy and the path of the Sith going forward, because the principles of the Rule of Two basically state that the apprentice needs to challenge the master at the height of the master's power to ensure that only the strongest will survive and lead the Sith. And that's the whole premise of why he took down the Brotherhood of Darkness, was it basically just breeds weakness when you have 4, 5, 6 apprentices try to gang up on their master and they take him down in a group, and that doesn't prove that they're the strongest. It proved that they had the most numbers, and so you're not supposed to wait for the master's body to break down or slow down, anything like that. You're supposed to challenge them at the height of the power to make sure it is the best of the best, and this is how you just ensure that the Sith get stronger and stronger with time. So Bane, being worried, starts to take steps to ensure the survival of the Sith, while on the other hand, Zana is starting to search for her own apprentice when she's starting to decide that it's getting near the time to challenge Bane. And the book does do a really good job of going back and forth between their stories and their perspectives, as well as there's always a C story in these books, and it bounces between typically all three of them pretty well. All three of the books do it pretty well, and considering this one, and just overall another great story with a lot of fun twists and turns, and I really am enjoying these characters quite a bit, and it's also just so much fun seeing the principles of the Sith get solidified and carried on, and how they're interpreted by Zana, and how she wants to teach them to potential apprentices going forward. And really, the only criticisms I've had of these books so far is that, the little descriptions of locations and actions feel very basic, but I feel that it has gotten stronger and stronger with each book. Drew Karpyshyn also does a very good job of having fun side characters for all three of the books, and again, they all just feel consistent with the universe for which they are written. And I know that it's maybe not consistent with the new canon, but back under George Lucas, when you did have the extended universe books and games, like there were contradictions, and like some of them really do some wild shit, but these ones feel just like they belong. Like Drew Karpyshyn really does do such a good job of that, and I think it's just because he's written numerous novels, he's written for the games, he's just worked so much within this universe. He knows what it should feel like, and it is another essential Legends read and a truly great trilogy of books for one of the most important Sith Lords in all of Star Wars, and really sets the basis for what we understand the Sith in the movies and the TV shows to be. And it really is just a real shame that this is not the canon origin of Darth Bane anymore, similar to the Darth Plagueis novels. Like I think they are perfect for these characters and set things in line like perfectly with what already came before it. So yeah, really bummed that these aren't canon because they are so good, and I cannot recommend that you read them enough. And even if you've read them before, like I had read the first two in high school back when they came out, and getting to reread them was so much fun. And they're not super long. Like you can read through them in about a week if you're really just have the time. And I would recommend rereading them if it's been a while because it's a lot of fun. You do forget a lot, but I would say for a rating, I don't know, I feel like all three of the books are so incredibly similar. Like they all have a different vibe, but in terms of quality, they are all very similar. So I'd say rate this one a 9.2 out of 10, which is what I ranked the first and second book. So they're all a 9.2, but I'll rank them in terms of favorite to least favorite. I would say number 1 is Rule of Two, number 2 is Path of Destruction, and number 3 is Dynasty of Evil. Initially, after I had finished rereading Rule of Two, I felt that I had enjoyed Path of Destruction more, but when I thought back on the trilogy, I realized my favorite aspect of the whole thing was how Xana was taking Bane's teachings to heart and how she interpreted them, and it affected her character's actions going forward, and just the relationship between Bane and Xana at that time. And I just think it is the strongest in Rule of Two because they're more adversarial in this book. So when I thought back, Rule of Two just slightly edges out Path of Destruction and Dynasty of Evil, but they are all very similar. And if I made this list, like if I rank them all again in a year, it could be different because they are all so close. But for now, Rule of Two is going to come in at number 1. And I really hope that Lucasfilm, Disney, like for Disney Plus, I hope they do start making some of like this Legends content, even if it was just an animated hour show. Like they'll have to cut out, but like I just want to see it, and I want to see like this version of it. I know sadly it'll never happen, but it's always what I'm going to be hoping for with these ones, and especially with Darth Plagueis. But I really, really had a great time rereading the entire trilogy and then reading Dynasty of Evil for the first time, and I am actually kind of bummed to be finished with the Bane books just because I was really enjoying them, and I kind of wish there was a novel series that was just, you know, Sith Lord to Sith Lord, the Sith Lord, all the way until you get to Plagueis and Palpatine. Like, I was just really vibing with the characters, and so bittersweet to finish it, but that's going to be it for that book. I do have some more videos planned coming up here shortly. I've been listening to the audiobook for Master and Apprentice, the Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan story story by Claudia Gray. I've heard good things, so I figured I'd check it out, and it is one that is canon for once now. I've been replaying Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. I have been going through it kind of slowly. I want to try to check out everything that I can, take the time, but I'm sure when I'm done, I'll want to post a review or something like that up for it. I did just finish Gen V Season 2 this week, so I'll have a review for that shortly, as well as going into the fall season, I've been rewatching the Harry Potter movies, so I'm going to have a Harry Potter movies ranking, not super shortly, but it's something that I'm working on. It'll be coming up here in the future, just not including Fantastic Beasts, because I cannot get into those movies at all. So I have all those that I'm looking forward to making and hopefully discussing with you guys. And as always, let me know what you think down below. If you've read all three, how would you rank them? What do you think the strengths and weaknesses of the books are? Or would you have done Bane differently? Like, the thing that I like about these old Star Wars books is there really doesn't seem to be a consensus fan-wide, but it's people actually have reasons and they're not just hating for the sake of hating. So if you didn't like these books, also let me know. I would love to see why and your perspective on it. Like, I enjoy the discussion, so let me know down below, and hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next one.